All right, boys, have a seat. We need to talk about Chelsea's future, what's on the premise with Todd Boehly and what he's been doing this transfer window and what he plans to do for the next couple of transfer windows. So stick around as we dive deeper into this. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Mike, huge fan of the best team in London, which happens to be Chelsea. If you agree with that, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. Now, in this video, I'm talking about some of the things that Todd Boehly's been doing at the club and things that he will be doing in the future. Now, the first thing we need to talk about are all the youth players Chelsea have been signing. They just came out and signed another player, Casadei. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so again, I do apologize with that pronunciation. But this 18-year-old was just signed from Milan, which again, won't see any playing time right now, but as we saw earlier in this transfer window, and we keep seeing this transfer window, is that Chelsea keep going out and buying all these young players, and you could even throw Anthony Gordon into this mix. Yes, he's 21, but it looks like Chelsea right now are trying to buy some of the best youth talent right now that's out in the world, and I think they're doing quite a decent job. Now, that's always difficult to say because some players might start popping up a little bit later. Some of these other players may not actually turn out to be what they actually are, but still, Chelsea right now are looking future-wise, which is massive for this club because a lot of times teams are looking just for that straight, quick win percentage, winning some titles and everything, which obviously Chelsea are still trying to do, but they're also looking 10 years down the road right now with this. On top of that, it looks like Todd Boehly is also trying to bring almost like an MLB type contract style into the Premier League, which again, if you're not from America, this might seem a little bit different, but the fact is he's trying to offer about a 6-year contract, almost 7 years, for Reece James and Mason Mount, which again is really unheard of in the entire football world for the most part. I mean, I know there's been a few large contracts, but still, the fact that he wants to lock these players in, Reece James and Mason Mount, who again are arguably some of our best players at Chelsea and for England, the fact that he wants to lock them down for at least 6 years, if not 7, really speaks volume for these players that they will be set at this club for pretty much their entire career, if not into their prime. As they get a little bit older, who knows what could happen, but still, Todd Boehly is looking to splash a lot of cash for all these players, which again, for a lot of younger players, this could be big because they're seeing that Chelsea are in development. They may see this as almost like this kind of like, I'm not sure exactly how I want to say it, like there's a thing going on in the backgrounds that they want to be part of, and therefore if they're at this club, they can help grow with this entire club and be some of the great teams that ever were formed. Now, that being said, it is a massive achievement to try to achieve because obviously there's other clubs that are going to be doing this as well, and like I mentioned earlier, other players may just all of a sudden pop up. Some players come through the youth system through, say, like Manchester United, from Liverpool, all these other clubs even outside the Premier League itself, that again, you can't grasp and harness all this information and talent at one club. So again, there still will be talent, but Todd Boehly, again, like I mentioned, is doing something that almost seems unheard of right now, and it looks like he's doing his best this early in his time at Chelsea to get all these players, so hopefully he can get them developed within the next year or two. Now, some of these players still may come to Chelsea and then be loaned right back out, which again, Chelsea are almost known for doing that for the most part, but still, the fact is that we've now signed, I think, 4 youth players about 18 and younger already. This transfer window is pretty well higher up than we usually do for the most part, and the fact is we're also then buying other players like Raheem Sterling, Koulibaly, and again, I know I mentioned Anthony Gordon, but still, Chelsea are out there just trying to buy everything they can right now, which again, it's just turning this entire squad around and getting it going in the right direction. Not saying we were going in a bad direction prior to this, before Todd Boehly came, because Roman Abramovich obviously did a phenomenal job at this club. For 19 years, we won the most trophies during his reign as owning Chelsea, and I think Todd Boehly sees that as almost a bit of a chip on the shoulder that he wants to surpass Roman Abramovich, which obviously if he does that in 19 years, as a fan, I am not going to complain at all. And he's definitely setting the foundation right now with all these youth players. Again, if we can keep Thomas Tuchel at this club for who knows how long, because Todd Boehly does trust in Thomas Tuchel. He's pretty much given him the reins of who he wants to bring in. Obviously, there's some players that weren't able to come in. That's just usually how it goes. But the fact is, he gave Thomas Tuchel this much power really means that he does speak volume for this manager. He trusts him, and we've seen how well 3 of the signings have already done: Koulibaly, Cucurella, and Raheem Sterling. And obviously, we're trying to bring Aubameyang in, which again, I'm still up in the air with that one. And Anthony Gordon, those 5 players could be massive this season for Chelsea. Again, I think Thomas Tuchel sees something in all these players that some of the fans, including myself, maybe not seeing. And therefore, again, Todd Boehly backs this guy, and he keeps backing him up, and we keep progressing better and better. It may not be this season, but it may be next season, or the season after that, where all of a sudden we're a juggernaut squad like Liverpool, like Manchester City, who definitely had plenty of time with Pep Guardiola, with Jurgen Klopp. Look at Jurgen Klopp, his first year at Liverpool. I wouldn't say it was phenomenal. It wasn't terrible, but still, it was a growing possession or progression that slowly got better and better, and now they're one of the best clubs, minus this season so far. They haven't started out very well, but Manchester City, same thing. Pep Guardiola came in, people were bragging and saying how he wasn't going to be able to adapt to the Premier League. Looking at now, he's already won 5 Premier League titles, and I think Thomas Tuchel has the capability of doing it as well. He's already gotten Chelsea to multiple finals, won a Champions League already with this club, Club World Cup. So again, this manager has the capability to make this squad even better and better and get the best out of the youth players. Now, the main issue with this, though, is to make sure they get plenty of game time, because that has always been the problem at Chelsea, because we see multiple players in our youth squad leave. Livramento, Gouye, trying to think of some other players. Broja went out on loan last year, still up in the air if he may go on loan again. And there's been other players throughout our years. So again, making sure these players are satisfied and still getting enough game time. Bill Gilmore being another one of those. That's the other guy I was thinking of. And making sure they are satisfied at this club, because if we can do that, and again, these players keep growing, keep getting better and better and better, the future for Chelsea is very, very bright. So that is all I have for you today. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate it. And I also want to know what you guys think about the youth players coming into Chelsea. Who you think is going to be the best signing coming up? So again, comment down below, and I thank you, and I will see you next time.